OMG. Hey, y'all. I'm back, but I'm not alone. I'm joined by the glorious Layton.
Hello, everybody. OMG. Hey, y'all.
Today, we are doing another interview. Yay!
I'm
Cheers!
so excited. No,
Excited.
because after my album came out, I told him, I said, I want to be interviewed by you because last time it was so much fun. So I needed it to happen again. So yeah, that's why we're here.
And we are here to listen to his new album, Reinvention. Ooh. Before we begin, how are, we, how are you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you
Um, I'm, I don't know how I feel, Joe, because like when you said you were going to interview me, but you said you wanted to listen to the album with me and ask me questions as you go. That's when I got scared because I was like, wait, as we listen to it, because I thought you were just going to listen to it and then ask me questions. I didn't know I was going to be asked as we're listening. But I'm gonna just say let's do it. I just say let's do it and let's go.
ready?
So I'm ready. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready. I think this is the journey that
Let's
I've been waiting for.
let's do it. The first song is called "How Can You Be Gone?" Okay, I'm scared. Okay, let's do it.
Cried a lot, I thought a lot, I prayed a lot for you to keep living strong. Unconsciously and vividly, I thought time would be wrong. How could you be? How could you be? How could you be gone, gone, gone?
Okay, what a way to open the album. Okay, so our first question is it inspired by me?
Oh my God. Oh,
On a serious note, who is it? Is it inspired by anyone?
not to get all personal, but back in August, my grandfather passed away. And that was when I had a different concept for the album that would eventually become Reinvention. So I had written a song about him for that album. I want to put a song about him on the album. So I didn't think the song I originally did really fit this new album theme. So I wrote this new one and I recorded it the same day, and it's this. And originally, though, I thought about making a different type of song, but then somebody who I'm friends with from high school reached out to me and he was like, I want to make you a beat to a song. So I was like, okay. So by that point, I had already been thinking of ideas for a song about my grandfather. But then when I heard the beat, I was like, it's gonna be this song.
That actually follows my second question. I heard some producer tags in the beginning, and I was wondering who are these producers. I was like, who? I didn't know who they were. Would you further illustrate?
Yeah, so the producer for this is credited as Dead Boy Draft. You can follow him on Instagram at deadboy_draft. And yeah, one day I was just chilling at college because I'm there. I'm in college. And he texted me one day on Instagram and he was like, yo, I want to make you a beat. So I was like, okay, send me something. So after like a week or two, he hit me back and then sent me the beat. And then I said, I'm going to use it. And then I did this. And then that's how that happened. Everything really fell into place really good with this song. I would say, yeah.
That's incredible. I think it's an amazing album opener.
So this next song is the title track, Reinvention. This was the last song I think recorded for the album. No, it wasn't. It was not the last song recorded. No, it wasn't. It was like the third to last song. Also, fun fact: I wrote this song after I already knew I wanted to call this album Reinvention. So as I was doing all the tracks, I was like, I know I want to call this album Reinvention, but I don't have a song called Reinvention. So I wrote it in like 10 minutes and then I recorded it in like half an hour. The funny thing about the recording of the song, I recorded it in 30 minutes and I recorded it right before I had a performance. So I just had like the inspiration to start recording it. And I was like, I hope I can get this song done before this performance because I cannot be late. So I was rushing while making this song, but I got it done and I was able to be on time. So, but yes, this is the next song called Reinvention. Yeah.
I'm ready to hear it. I'm ready to soak it in.
Yes.
My name is Laytin, and this is my reinvention. I've been caught and put in a box, told me who I am, then had me locked.
Wow. That was... Ugh. Yes, snaps to you. That was when you started speaking, I was getting like some like Janet Jackson like control vibes. Does it have some like similarities to Janet?
Definitely yes. I would say Janet was a inspiration for this song. Like her song Rhythm Nation, I would say was a big inspiration for this song. Another artist that inspired this song was also Lady Gaga. Her song Monster and her song that she came out with back in October, Disease, was an inspiration for this song Reinvention. Yeah, I wanted to talk about how like people try to put artists in a box. People like to say that, oh, you're only known for this or you're only good at this, so you're gonna stay that. And I don't like that. That's why like whenever people ask me like what genre of music I do, I always tell them I don't like to put myself into genres, but if I had to, I would say R&B/soul and or pop. Reinvention is really about like the song is really about not being put in a box and taking control of my own career and what I want to do. So that's what really the song Reinvention was really about for me. An artist should definitely be treated better than what they are. And yeah, the inspirations behind it were definitely Janet Jackson and Lady Gaga, definitely.
That's great. Why do you think this song was so important to have as the like album title?
Well, firstly, because I needed a song called Reinvention on the album. But I think for those who listened to this song, it's showing what like at least what one of the album themes is about. There are multiple themes for this album, I would say, but one of them is definitely like not being controlled and taking charge of leading the ball, like taking charge of your own life and not being put into a box where you can only stay in. And also, it's a very catchy song, I think. So, yeah.
I like that, especially the get like I like that part. Like, you know,
yeah,
like getting out of the box that people hold you in. I like that.
So this next song is Lion Roar. Now, when the album first came out, everybody texted me saying this was their favorite song.
Ready?
I didn't know why, because when I made it, I did not think it was going to be people's favorite song. I thought people's favorite song was going to be a later song that we'll get to. But I did not expect this song to be as big as it got. By the time this interview comes out, I may or may not have announced that Lion Roar is going to be the next single and the next video from this album. So yeah, this is going to be the next video, but because people love it so much. But yeah, here's Lion Roar.
I should tell him he sees everything. I have free will. I should regret nothing.
Right. Come on now. That was, yes. So far, that might just be my favorite. Okay, so that actually leads into my first question. So the song is called Lion Roar, and, you know, that is like, it's symbolic for a lot of things. It's very, you know, loud. It's very, you know, like, it's there. And I was listening to the chorus, And I was wondering, has anyone been trying to hold you down lately, or been trying to silence your roar?
Um, has anybody been trying to hold me down? I would say every day there's somebody trying to hold you down. And this song is basically saying no to that. It's saying basically, I'm gonna be bold, I'm gonna be loud, I'm gonna make the lion roar. It's basically saying, like, I'm not gonna be held down, and what I do is gonna make you mad, but I don't care. You can roar all you want. I'm gonna be bold, I'm gonna be loud.
There was a line about from different ages. Is that like I just like the older generation for being like so stuck in their ways, or with the younger generation for being like
Yes, yes. Yeah, 100%. Because people from those times are very much, they don't understand how young people live or how times have changed today. So, of course, older people are going to have their opinions and they're going to be upset. And like I said, this song is about be mad because change is going to happen, whether you like it or not. So, yeah, definitely. That line was definitely I don't want to say diss, but if we're calling it a diss, then I guess I'll call it a diss. But that line was definitely similar to that, to the older generation, definitely.
okay, that's great. And there was a breakdown part of the song where it was just like a beat. Is so you spoke about how this is possibly like the next single. So and a music video. So when this breakdown part happens, is there going to be like some dancing, or is there going to be a feature?
I have no idea.
Now, my last question is honestly the most important question of this whole song segment. Is the real inspiration of this song your role from middle school in The Lion King? That's I was
Who,
in
who,
flashbacks.
from, who from The Lion King?
Your role from middle school?
My ro- Now, this next song is a song called Burn. And this song has this and Foundation, the next song, have a backstory. But we're gonna get to that after we listen to it. This song is very different. This
Okay.
and Foundation are the only explicit songs. There's a reason. But we're gonna get to that after we listen to it. So yeah.
That was, oh my gosh. I think I lied. I think that may be my favorite song. Okay.
Thank you.
So you said there's a backstory. Now I'm interested. I was like,
The backstory behind this song and then the current song that we're on, Foundation, or technically next song because we didn't listen to Foundation yet. Another concept I had for this album that became Reinvention would be to make a rock album.
ooh,
And Burn and Foundation and one other song on this album are products of that concept that stayed on the album. Um, yeah, so basically an event had happened in my life. And I was really like, oh my God, what am I gonna like what am I gonna do? And then I was on the phone with like all my friends. And then one of my friends said, what if you like turn this event and make it the theme for your next album, like what Beyonce did with Lemonade? And then I was like, yes. And the one song that really stuck out in my mind was um that one Beyonce song that she did with Jack White. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself was the song that went through my mind. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna use this moment and make it what my next album's gonna be about. It's gonna be a whole rock album. It's gonna be great. And that happened on September 25th, 2024. And then, so this song, Foundation, and another song that we're going to get to were recorded while I had that concept. But then as time went on, I recorded and wrote more songs, and then it turned into what this was, which is not a rock album, but it does have these rock songs, which were from the other concept I had. And this upcoming song, Foundation, is the song that was directly inspired from Don't Hurt Yourself. Burn was mostly inspired by Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Yeah, like, go to hell, won't see you there. How did you even end up here? That part was mostly inspired by, oh, you're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Yeah, that part was like, that song really inspired Burn. Yeah, so that's how the backstory for the rock songs on this album came about. Yeah.
Hey, I love that. And the last question, which when I was listening to it, I was like, whoa, was that guitar solo. Can you play guitar? Or was that you?
Oh no, baby, that was programmed. That was like three guitar chords looped. I looped the first da 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 da. I looped that a couple times, and then the other guitar part I also looped. I did not play the guitar. I did not play that. That was programmed digitally. I did not do that. Yeah, I produced every song on this album except for the first song. Just to let you know. Yeah.
Thank you so much for, doing this part of the interview. That's right. It is being cut out into two parts. Do you have anything you want to share before we go?
There may or may not be a surprise coming out before this interview comes out. I don't know yet, honestly. Maybe, maybe not. But get ready. More surprises for the Reinvention era is coming soon. And I'm so excited to do part 2 with Jasiah soon. Yes.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye bye, y'all.
Bye.